In today's YouTube video, man, I got you guys with my top 5 meta loadouts to use as of right now in Warzone 2 after the update. Hey, man, I got some goated setups, man, that you guys can go crazy with on Vondel or Ashika or even on Master, bro, whatever map you guys play on. But, hey, man, do not forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel with the bell set on all. And listen, man, let's dive straight into the setups. All right, man, so for our first loadout we got right here is the Tctekk 56 and the Lockman sub. By far, probably the #1 meta loadout as of right now in Warzone 2, especially if you guys are playing Vondel. Okay, now listen, man, let's go ahead and hop straight into the Tctekk 56 attachment real quick. For our first attachment, which is for the optic, who's rocking is the XZ Recharge DX, which is gonna give you the perfect visibility on there. Here's the tools for it. I will put the inbound sight speed at a -3. If you're eye position, I will put this thing at a -1.95. okay, and move on to your second attachment, which is for the barrel. We'll be rocking is the Tundra Pro barrel, the 17.5 inch, which is gonna help out with damage at range and recoil control this gun. Along with that, here's the tools not different. This I'll put the recoil smoothness at a 0.34. If you're damage at range, I'll put this thing at a 0.14. okay, and move on to the third attachment. For the muzzle, I will just rock is the Harbinger D20 with the tuners maxing out the recoil smoothness, and for your bullet velocity, just put this thing at a 0.48. all right, and move on to the fourth attachment, which is for the underbarrel. I will rock is the Demo Firm Grip. Along with that, here's the tuners for it. Put the recoil stabilization at a 0.31, and for your aim out stability, man, put this thing at a 0.30. okay, and for your last attachment, which is for your magazine, I will always rock is the 60 round mag. okay, now I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like, one thing that I love about the Tctekk 56 is, for one, it has good damage, it has great recoil control. So for my people who are on console and you kind of struggle when it comes to recoil control, I'll tell you guys right now, bro, use the Tctekk 56, okay? This thing is literally so easy to use, okay? And you guys will drive so many high kill gameplays with this thing, all right? And moving on to the second gun, guys, which is the Lockman sub, which will be paired up with the Tctekk 56. Now, for the Lockman sub, guys, now after the update, I can say that this is by far maybe like the #1 SMG that is in the game right now, since they did up the health on it. The Lockman sub, it just goes crazy, all right? But listen though, man, for our first attachment, guys, which is for the barrel, our rock is the L38 Falcon 226mm barrel, which is gonna help out with movement speed and down sight speed. On there, here's the tools for it. Put the aim walking speed at a -0.39, and for your aim down sight speed, go ahead and put this thing at a -0.28. okay, and for your second attachment, guys, which is for the stock, our rock is the Mirror Recoil 56 factory stock, which is gonna give you aim stability, recoil control, and sprint speed. Here's the tools for it. Put the aim down sight speed at a -2.58, and aim walking speed, man, put this thing at a -1.55. all right, and for that third attachment, which is for the rear gun, bro, just go ahead and rock is the Lockman TCG10, which is gonna help out with the recoil control. Here's the tools I did for this one. I'll put the aim down sight speed at a -0.74, and for your sprint to fire speed, I just want to put this thing at a -0.22. okay, and magazine, guys, man, always rock the 40 round mag, because if you rock the 50, you're gonna kill your mobility a lot. All right, so just go ahead and rock the 40. okay, and for that last attachment, which is for the ammunition, our rock is the 9mm hollow point, which is gonna pretty much make it to where if your enemy is run away from you, once you shoot them, it's gonna slow them down a lot. okay, so make sure you guys are rocking that. okay, and for your tunes on this one, man, just go ahead and max out the damage at range, and for your bullet velocity, man, just go ahead and max that out also. all right, listen, man, this right here is the best Lockman sub / aka MP5 class to use as of right now in Warzone 2, guys. I'll tell you guys right now, bro, please pair the Tctekk 56 and Lockman sub. all right, these two guns right here with each other, they're very, very amazing. For the second loadout, man, we got right here is the Gorb 5.56 and the FS Hurricane, which is surprisingly good after the updates as they did up the health. Now before, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, man, the FS Hurricane was definitely a pea shooter, but they must did like a secret buff to it to match up with the health that's in this game right now. all right, but listen though, man, let me go ahead and go off the attachment real quick, man, for the Lockman 556, aka the Gorb. For your first attachment, I need you guys to go and slap on is the AIM OP V4 optic. Along with that, here's the tools for it. Put the aim down sight speed at a -1.35, and for your eye position, just leave it at default. And move on to the second attachment, which is for the barrel. Our rock is the 15.9 inch Lockman wrap barrel. We're gonna give you bullet velocity, damage at range, and recoil control, boys, man. Here's the tools for this one. Also, put the recoil standards at a 0.42. If your aim down sight speed, damage range, just leave that thing at default. all right, and move on to the third attachment, which is for the muzzle. Our rock is the Harbinger D20. Here's the tools for this one. Go ahead and max out the recoil smoothness, and also put the bullet velocity at 0.84, so you guys are getting at the most range as possible while using a growl. okay, and for your fourth attachment, which is for the underbarrel, our rock is the LTAC Ripper 56, which is gonna give you aim out stability and recoil stabilization. all right, and for the tools on this one, bro, go ahead and max out the recoil stabilization again, and also max out your aim and eye stability, which is gonna also help out a lot with the accuracy on this gun. okay, and for that last attachment, which is for the magazine, our rock is the 60 round mag. okay, listen, man, this right here is the perfect Lockman 556 class to use as of right now in Warzone 2. I would definitely say maybe like next to like the attack 56, the lockpick 556 is definitely like next up on the list just because it's crazy fire rate. All right, but make sure you guys are trying out that class up. Okay, now listen though, man, for our second gun that we will be pairing up with the lockpick 556, aka the Gorb, it's the FS Hurricane, a gun that has by far very good mobility, now good damage. Along with that, bro, it is so easy for you guys to control this gun. Okay, for people who struggle to show the recoil in this game. All right, so here's the classic for the FS Hurricane, man. For the muzzle, our rock is the Tctekk Castle Cup, which is gonna give you vertical / horizontal recoil choke, gonna make it to where you guys are being super accurate with this gun. All day, here's the tunes for it. Put the aim down sight speed at a negative 0.15, and for your recoil choke, man, just go ahead and put this thing at a 0.08. All right, and for that second attachment, which is for the underbarrel, our rock is the Agent Grip, which is gonna give you aim out stability and hip fire accuracy, boys. The tunes for this one also. Put the aim down sight speed at a negative 0.23. If you aim out to be, man, put this thing at a 0.09. All right, and move on to that third attachment, guys, which is for the laser. Our rock is the FSSOV laser, which is going to give you aim down sight speed, aim stability, and split the fire speed. So for this one also, go ahead and put the split the fire speed at a negative 0.02. Along with that, man, for your aim down sight speed, just go ahead and put this thing at a negative 8.23. All right, and move on to that stock real quick, which is going to help out with the mobility for the FS Hurricane. We rock is the demo Kxpture stock. Along there, here's the tunes for it. Go ahead and put the aim down sight speed at a negative 2.58. And for your aim walk speed, man, just go ahead and put this thing at a negative 0.15. All right, and for your last attachment, which is for the rear grip, boys, our rock is the X10 grip, which is going to give you split the fire speed and aim down sight speed. Here's the for this one also. Go ahead and put the aim down sight speed at a negative 0.19. And for your split the fire speed and aiming out stability, just go ahead and leave this thing at default. All right, this right here is the best FSS Hurricane setup users are right now in Warzone 2, bro. Try out my setup, bro. I'm telling you guys, man, you guys will not regret it at all whatsoever. All right, listen though, man, let's go ahead and move on to the third loadout. All right, man, so for our third loadout, man, we got right here is the Tempest Razorback AR. Along with that, for our secondary, we got right here is the VAS-P 9K. By far two of the best combinations that you guys can use as of right now in Warzone 2, especially with that one being the VAS-P 9K. Okay, but listen though, man, let's go ahead and hop straight into the attachment real quick for the Tempest Razorback. For your first attachment, guys, our rock is the AIMO PV4 optic. Along with that, guys, for your tuners, bro, the way I would recommend you guys to do it is that, for one, I would just bump up the flip resistance all the way to the top right here and just leave the eye position at default. On that, man, for your second attachment, guys, for the muzzle, our rock is the Harbinger D20, which is going to help out with the recoil control on this gun. And the way I would do the tuners for this one, I will put the recoil smooth a little bit up at a 1.06. If you're above velocity, man, I will put this thing all the way up to at a 0.76. Okay, now the reason why I say that is just because, for one, bro, the Tempest Razorback has a crazy fire rate. Okay, so we're trying to make sure that this thing is as easy as possible to control. Okay, so make sure you guys are rocking this right here. All right, and moving on to the underbarrel, man, we'll be rocking this the F-Type Reaper 56. Here's the tunes out there for this one also. So go ahead and mess up the recoil stabilization at a 0.64. If you aim out the big, man, just go ahead and put this thing at a 0.30, just so we are being super accurate with this gun. And along with that, man, for your ammunition, we got right here is the 5.56 high velocity. Here's the tunes for this one also, bro. Just go ahead and max out the damage at range to the top. If you're above velocity, bro, just go ahead and max that thing out to the top also. Okay, and moving on to the last attachment, which is for the magazine. Our rock is the 60 round mag. Okay, because like I said, bro, 45 round mag, bro, with this crazy fire rate on the Tempest Razorback, you're not gonna have a good time with it. Okay, so make sure you guys are rocking the 60 round mag. Okay, listen, man, this right here is the perfect Tempest Razorback setup to use as of right now in Warzone 2, man. Make sure you guys go ahead and try out this setup. Along with that, man, moving on to the second gun, guys, which is for the VAS-P 9K. By far a gun that's still, in my personal opinion, like a top 5 gun just because it's damage and all that good stuff. But I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. If you guys are in a close range gunfight and you guys are going to get somebody who's rocking like a lockless sub or something like that, or maybe like an air-attack siege, you will probably get gunned. Okay, but overall, man, this is still like an all-around gun that everybody should be rocking. Okay, so make sure you guys are rocking this right here. For the setup, man, for the muzzle, man, we are rocking is the Bluex Pendulum, which is gonna help out with the recoil control on this gun. As soon as forward, bro, just go ahead and match out the recoil stabilization and also match out the recoil control for this one. And move on to the second attachment, guys, which is for the barrel. Our rock is the CAS 1.254mm barrel, which is gonna help out with the damage at range and bullet velocity. Here's the tools I did for this. I maxed out the recoil steadiness, and I also maxed out the damage at range, which is gonna help out a lot, especially with the damage and range and the accuracy on this gun. So make sure you guys rocking that also. And for your laser attachment, we are rocking is the FSSOV laser, which is going to give you aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and sprint to fire speed. These tools I did for this one also. I put the sprint to fire speed all the way to the max. And for your aim down sight speed, man, I just want to put this thing at a negative 51. Okay. And for your last attachment, or the fourth attachment, guys, which is for the stock, we'll be rocking is the Ultra Zack stock, which is going to help out a lot with the mobility. Okay. So make sure you guys are rocking this right here. These tunes that I did for this one. I put the aim down sight speed at a negative -3.48. And for your aim walk speed, man, I just want to put this thing at a -2.40. All right. And for your last attachment, which is for the magazine, our rock is the 45 round mag. Okay. Listen, man, this right here is the best VAS on 9K sub to use right now after the update. For season 4 of Warzone, man. Make sure you guys go ahead and try the setup, man. Go ahead and pair up the VAS nut with the Tempest Razorback and let me know down in the comments how you guys feel about it. But listen though, man, let's go ahead and move on to the 4th loadout. For our 4th loadout, man, we got right here is the M4, and we also got right here is the new ISO 45 meta here in Warzone 2, man. Now, one thing that I was so surprised about with the M4 is just that how good this gun actually is after the updates. Because for one, bruh, when they come out to just recontrolling this gun, this thing is terrible. But however, man, I managed to fix it up for you guys just so it's easy for everybody to control. Okay, so listen, man, hop in straight into the first attachment, which is for the muzzle. Our rocket is the X10 Havoc 90, guys, which is going to give you recontrol both vertical / horizontal. All things to tunes for it. Just go ahead and max out the recoil stabilization and also max out your recoil control on this one. And move on to the barrel, guys, man. I would highly recommend you guys try out the high tower 20-inch barrel because it's going to make it to where you guys are being super accurate with the M4. The tunes for this one also, man, max out the recoil steadiness and also max out the damage at range. And move on to the third attachment, guys, which is for the underbarrel. Our rocket is the F-Chat Ripper 56. On there, here's the tunes for it. Just go ahead and max out the recoil stabilization and also max out that aiming out of stability. And move on to your fourth attachment, guys, which is for the magazine. Our rocket is the 60 round mag. And for your last attachment, of course, man, which is for the optic, our rocket is the AIM OPV4, which will give you the best visibility picture off the M4. Okay, and here's the tunes for this one also. Just go ahead and max out the flinch resistance. And for your eye position, I just left it at default. I know some people just leave it at the far position. It's all up to you and how you guys want it. Okay, listen, man, try this M4 setup, guys. I'm not even kidding, bro. I don't know what they did to this gun, but this gun is like literally amazing after the update. Okay, so make sure you guys are rocking that. All right, now listen, man, like I said, bro, we'll be pairing the M4 up with the ISO 45 SMG. This gun is literally amazing, definitely a top 5 SMG that's in the game right now. Okay, so listen, man, for our first attachment, guys, which is for the muzzle, our rocket is the Spiral V3.5 flash hider. On there, here's the tunes for it. Put the aim down sight speed at -0.26. And for your gun control, man, just go ahead and put this thing at a 0.21. And for your second attachment, man, which is for the barrel, guys, our rocket is the 7-inch X-Raptor V2. It's gonna also help out with the aim down sight speed and movement speed on this gun. Here's the tunes I did for this one. I put the recoil steadiness at a 0.40, and for your damage at range, I put this thing at a 0.15. Okay, and move on to the third attachment, guys, which is for the optic. Now, me personally, guys, if you guys ever played Modern Warfare 2019 and you guys use the ISO, I never liked the ISO iron sights at all whatsoever. So however, if you guys not like the iron sights for the ISO, I highly recommend you guys just go ahead and try this optic right here because it's gonna give you the perfect visibility, especially those close range gunfights. Okay, and here's the tunes I did for this one. I just maxed out the aim down sight speed, and for your eye position, I put this thing all the way towards the far. Okay, and move on to the fourth attachment, which is for the rear guard boys. Our rocket is the EXP shear. It's gonna give you sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. Here's the tunes for this one. I put the aim down sight speed at a -0.48, and for your sprint to fire speed, man, I just want to put this thing at a -0.25. All right, and for that last attachment, which is for the magazine, our rocket is the 45 round drum. Okay, now I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did build this ISO 45 based off just having crazy mobility, because for one, no way it's literally impossible for you guys to build this ISO 45 to have good real charges, because for one, it is gonna just mess with the mobility on this gun. So what I did, man, I just focused on pretty much just straight mobility. And listen, guys, good luck using this thing. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, if you guys use this gun in the medium range gunfight, good luck controlling the recoil of it. But however, man, close range gunfights, this gun is literally amazing. Okay, but listen though, man, go ahead and try this setup, man, the M4 and the ISO 45, man. Tell me guys, down below how you guys feel about it. But listen, man, let's go and move on to the last loadout. For the last loadout, man, we got right here is the HCR 56, which is a LMG. Along with that, for our second gun, man, we got right here is the Vel 46, the MP7. Now listen, man, people do not know this right now, but listen, dog, the HCR 56 is low-key a sleeper gun that nobody is rocking right now for whatever reason. I'm telling you this right now, bro. Try out this gun and listen, man, you guys will literally never turn back. If you guys love the ISO, then you guys would definitely love the HCR 56. Okay, but listen, man, let's go ahead and hop straight to our first attachment real quick, man. For the HCR 56, man, start out with the optic. Our rocket is the AIM OPV4. Along that, for your tuners, go ahead and max out the aim down sight speed. If your eye position, man, just go ahead and put this thing all the way towards the close position. And move on to the second attachment, you guys, which is for your muzzle. Our rocket is the Harbinger D20, which will help out with the recoil, smoothness, and damage and range. And bullet velocity, man, just make it to where you guys are super accurate with this gun. Here's as soon as I did for this one. Also, I put the recoil smoothness all the way to the max at a 1.40. And for your bullet velocity, man, I just want to put this thing at a +1, okay? And move on to the third attachment, guys, which is for the underbarrel. Our rocket is the F-Type Ripper 56, which is going to help out a lot with the recoil stabilization, aim out stability. It's going to help out with the accuracy and recoil control a lot. So make sure you guys are rocking that right there. As soon as I did for this one, I maxed out the recoil stabilization again, and I also maxed out the aim out stability just to make it where I am being super accurate with this LMG, okay? And moving on to the fourth attachment, guys, which is for the ammunition. Our rocket is the 5.56 high velocity. On that for your tunes, bro. Always max out the damage at range and always max out the bullet velocity, okay? And for your last attachment, boys, man, which is for the recoil, man, we are rocking is the Step 40 grip. It's gonna help out a lot with the recoil control on this gun, okay? And for your recoil status on this one, man, go ahead and max this out. If your aim out stability, just go ahead and max that out, okay? Listen, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, but like I said with the ACR 56, bro, this is a sleeper gun, man, that you guys must try out, all right? Listen though, man, let's go ahead and move on to the second gun real quick that we are pairing up with the ACR 56. Now with the MP7, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, this gun, it is super fast, okay? It's still a very, very good SMG that everybody just still slept on to this day, okay? I have no idea why, but listen though, man, hopping straight to the attachment real quick, man, for the MP7, guys. Our rocket is the Tango 228 barrel. It's gonna give you damage at range above velocity. Unload that for your tuners. Put the recoil status at a 0.23, and for your damage at range, go ahead and put this thing at a 0.17. And for your second attachment, boys, which is for the laser, our rocket is the VLK L07W laser, which is gonna give you aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. Here's tuners for this one. Also, put the sprint to fire speed at a negative 0.18. If you aim down sight speed, man, put this thing at a negative 19.74. All right. And for that third attachment, man, also, man, we are rocking is the Demar RHT stock. Gonna give you crash move speed, sprint speed, and aim down sight speed, fellas. Okay. These tools for this one also, man, put the aim down sight speed at a negative 2.06. If your aim walk speed, put this thing at a negative 0.70. All right. And move on to the fourth attachment, which is for the rear grip. Our rocket is the Soldier grip, which is gonna help out with the mobility even more for the Vel 46. You sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. These tools for this one also, put the recoil status at a 0.55, and for your sprint to fire speed, go ahead and put this thing at a negative 0.20. Okay. And for your last attachment, which is for the ammunition, something that's very, very important that you guys must be rocking, man, is that 4.6mm hollow point, which is gonna give you crippling power. Like I said, bro, with the Lock Me sub, anytime you shoot somebody, it's gonna make it to where they're like slowing down or whatever. It literally slows it down. Okay, this is a really, really like go to attachment, okay, to have. All right, here's tools for this one also. Put the damage at range at a 0.56, and for your bullet velocity, go ahead and put this thing at a 6.68. All right, listen, man, go ahead and try these setups, man, that I did give y'all in today's video, bro. I highly recommend you guys try these top 5 lots, just because, listen, bro, they're bound to give you high kill gameplays. You will never struggle with wins or anything like that, okay? And I pretty much built my setups to have either very, very good recoil control or having very, very good mobility, okay? Just so you guys can just have fun with these loadouts and still go crazy with it, all right? Listen though, man, do not forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel with the bell case set on all, man. And listen, I love you guys all so much, and I'm out, boys. Peace.